Hi there, my name is Grace Keating Peloquin. I graduated from the St. Anselm College class of 2014. I was a politics major and a Spanish minor, and I now work in corporate communications, or what we call internal communications, at a large financial services firm with about 50,000 people, 50,000 employees across the globe. My job, my goals day to day are to inform, educate, inspire, and connect all those associates and sort of keep the wheels turning inside this company. So I think that's a pretty interesting and even at times fun job on any given day. And it has certainly been a very interesting time to work in communications in the midst of a global pandemic. So, starting in March with the onset of the coronavirus, I think that this function of internal communications actually became more important than ever. The need to inform and educate employees very quickly, very effectively, and in the midst of lots of changing policies and going to remote working and all of that, that need really ramped up. Pretty much overnight, 95-ish% of the company, including myself, started working remotely. So that is just a Herculean effort in terms of technology, in terms of security, and in terms of rolling that out and communicating about that, which myself and my team had a large part in. So there's a lot of work up front focused on those two first goals that I mentioned, inform and educate, right? There was a lot of focus on safety and informing associates just about kind of what was going on and what our plans were going forward. But then as time has gone on and as the pandemic has stretched on, those other two goals that I mentioned, inspire and connect employees around the globe, those two goals really sort of, the need for those items really ramped up as well. Leaders and people managers are increasingly wanting to and increasingly need to communicate with their people, with their teams in new and different ways. Gone are the days of huge in-person, all hands meetings. Gone are the days of the water cooler in corporate America, where people informally gather around and make jokes and get to know each other and chat. That's very hard to do when you're all working remotely. But there are ways, communications platforms and tools and events and ways to keep people connected. And that's something that my team has tried to do as well. Another sort of fun or different part of my job that came along with the pandemic was helping to communicate about some new, different, or increased benefits that the company rolled out in the face of COVID-19. So things like an increase in mental health resources or services, the ability to rent or even funds to purchase work from home equipment, an increase in virtual learning and development opportunities or virtual networking events, all those kinds of things. First of all, I was grateful to be on the receiving end of those things as an employee, but also really grateful, and I found it sort of rewarding to be able to communicate about those kinds of things that hopefully were really big helps and really big elements of support to anyone who may have been suffering during this spring and summer and fall. And so I think communications has a really large role to play in boosting morale and in furthering a positive culture, honestly, all the time. But those things are really important when you're going through something really hard, like a global pandemic. So I hope that this has shed a little bit of light on what it's been like to work in corporate America, and especially what it's been like to work as a communicator in the midst of coronavirus. Thank you.